Good morning, everybody. Hey, 5 weeks now until competition in Europe. I can't wait to go to France. It's going to be absolutely awesome. It's been an incredible journey so far, and this week is no exception. So let's see what's been happening. It feels like I am constantly trying to catch up. It feels like I'm behind. And I saw my coach a couple of days ago, and he says, I'm not behind, I'm right on target. So thank God he's got his eye on me and is keeping track of everything I eat and my workouts and how I'm looking and feeling and stuff like that. So thank you, coach, if you ever see this. Aside from that, I'm not as consistently tired from lack of sleep as I have been in the past. And so that second voice in my head isn't as loud. It got a little loud a couple of times, but I made it my bitch. And I worked out even harder. I said, screw you, I'm working out harder. And a couple of workouts actually this week, I cried. It was so bizarre. I literally cried after my workout or after a couple of sets. It was just this emotional release. And I wanted to quit a few times, I'm not gonna lie. But the way I look at it is if you never wanna quit from working out hard, you're not growing. Because when you want to quit, that's when you know you're really starting to grow. And I don't just mean physically, but I'm talking emotionally and mentally as well. So there is that. Cardio this week, it went from 80 minutes to 90 minutes, which is roughly 1,100 calories. And then a couple days after that, we increased the cardio to 110 minutes, so almost 2 hours, which is roughly 1,500 calories. And like I said before in the past, calories, I mean, it's not calorie in, calorie out. It's just a guide. Okay, so that's where we're at, because if I jumped calories or if I jumped my cardio too much, my body would just get way too tired. Anyway, so that's how we did it. We went up in increments. And speaking of that, this is really interesting. Twice last weekend, I was working out and I was doing cardio, and my blood sugar levels crashed. I have low blood sugar to begin with, but they crashed because I had some carbs before I did them. So I had carbs, I had the insulin spike, and then I worked out and the insulin did its job and we're burning all the sugar out of my blood. And so I crashed about a half an hour. That does happen to me sometimes. So do be careful of that in case you have low blood sugar. Speaking of which, hey, you want to do some show and tell? Let's do some show and tell. Because I'm not allowed to eat sugar, obviously, because it's not good for the body, and especially when you're trying to work out. Friend, a couple of people actually told me about this. It's sugar-free maple syrup, right? So there's no sugar in it, which is great. But it is sweet, and so that does, at least in me, cause an insulin spike. Because my blood sugar crashed, I know what it's like to have your blood sugar crash and have an insulin spike. So I tried this, and I had the insulin spike, and luckily, I was going to bed, and I was just like, I crashed hard. So if you're gonna try sugar-free maple syrup, my suggestion is don't. Because although you're not getting the sugar, you are getting the insulin. And what does the insulin do to your body? It stops you from burning anything else. So it stops you from burning fat as energy, which is what I want to do. And all you do is burn any sugar out of your blood that you have in there. And so this is pretty much useless to me. So guess what we're doing with it? There it is. Not even gonna bother. So there's some show and tell for you. I got some other show and tell for you too. This is kind of funny. Yes, it's kind of garbage. I've mentioned in the past how when I get really hungry, I get cravings and stuff like that, and then I go buy appliances. So sure enough, I bought something on Amazon. It's not here yet. I bought a laser thermometer for when I'm baking, because I just bake so much. For when I'm making candies, right? You gotta have the candy thermometer. Yeah, I do that a lot. Sure I do. But what I did do is, because it's Halloween, I thought I'd buy some molds, to make chocolates and whatever else treats I want to, Will I ever use them? Probably not. Yeah. And last but not least, show and tell. I'm excited about this one. I'm getting new shorts for this year. And I accidentally got the overnight delivery because I didn't check the box to say just regular delivery. So they came overnight. And here we go. See what they look like. Oh, wait a minute. I don't think these are my shorts. These are not my shorts. I don't know what the hell. These are not my shorts. Okay, that explains why I didn't even know that. What is this? This is a t-shirt. Apparently I got someone else's order. See, my tenant brought it in the house, so I automatically thought it was mine. But this is someone else's t-shirt. So, okay, never mind about that one. It's a t-shirt that's too small for me. I did not get my shorts. All right, so that's it for today. Let's have a look and see what I look like. Can't believe I should have looked at the name on it. Oh well. It was sitting on the stairs in my house. My tenant must have brought it in and left it for me. I wonder if it's his. Probably not. Okay. So how do we look today? We look lean and we look very depleted. My chest feels like it's just sort of hanging. It's like everything's just hanging off the bones. My arms are depleted. And even in here I can see, because I got this little thing here, I can tell that's when I'm depleted. When I'm full, I don't have this here. So that's it there. And these love handles you can really see because of depletion. And there's that. You know, it's getting there. It's interesting because last night at the gym was a late night and a guy was telling me that he uses me as an example for other guys his age that he says they should be working out. So it's really interesting how that happens. And another guy earlier this week, and this is not why I do it, but it is nice to hear. Another guy earlier this week told me that I had the best physique in the gym. Obviously I don't, but it just goes to show you how different people see different things. And that's why I don't get too worked up about judges judging me and being on stage. Because it's all subjective. I mean, there's always someone bigger than me. There's always someone more cut than me. There's always someone more aesthetic than me. So I don't worry too much. As long as I look good, I'm happy. And, I look depleted, but I'm okay. So here's what I look like at 5 weeks out. And I'll talk to you again 4 weeks out. Wish me luck and have an awesome day. Cheers.